Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we got another bike install for you. Finally getting back on the lowrider, getting to add some more bits and pieces to it. Today we got a fun one. We're doing the Plex audio system. I got a great deal on this one. This is the marine grade. I'm super stoked to put this thing on. Heard nothing but good things. It's already got the bracket attached, as you guys can see. So I'm not gonna do like a full video on installing it. There's plenty of those out there. I think they even have one on their website or other YouTubers, all that good stuff. So if you're more interested in that, definitely go check it out. But I'm gonna get this thing installed and then give you my initial first ride thoughts on it, and we'll take it from there. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get right into it. Hacha!
Alright guys, so installing this is actually pretty straightforward. So first thing you gotta do, if you have a Memphis shades fairing like me, go ahead and take that off, and then all you're gonna do is loosen the two bolts that hold your risers to the triple trees, because that's where the bracket's going to mount up. As you can see, the bracket is already mounted to the back of the Plex for me. It came that way, but obviously I would say do that step first, and then just make sure when you tighten those bolts back in, you tighten them in evenly. Don't over torque one all at once. After that, you're going to go back to your battery cover. This is definitely the biggest headache of the whole project, but once you get the battery cover off, wiring it gets to be pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So
alright guys, so just real quick, as you can see, I already have the battery covers taken off. This is definitely the biggest pain in the ass of this entire job. You can also see I already have one of the leads disconnected there, and then the other lead is all the way in there. Hope you guys can see. If you're having trouble accessing that one, I recommend taking off this bracket. I was able to actually get it out of there myself without doing that, but yeah, if you're struggling with it, that's a good little tip. But now we're gonna hook up all the wiring, so here we go.
So when you're running your wiring, you can either run it down the neck or the spine of the bike, underneath the tank, or you can go into the dash. I chose to go underneath the tank. I thought it looked a little bit cleaner. Just make sure when you do it, you're careful about not having the wires sit on top of the engine. After that, just hook up the two little clips there and clip up the provided little security tab, and then you should be ready to rock.
Alrighty guys, so we finally got it all buttoned back up. For those of you guys that are using this with, or installing it with a Moon's headlight, be warned, it can be a little tricky to make this combo work, the Moon's headlight and the Memphis shades fairing, but after you get it all hooked up, it actually looks really clean. You can hardly tell that it's there if you're not really looking for it, so I think it's awesome. I actually have some royalty-free music queued up here so we can test out how it sounds. So here we go. Let's get that rocking and rolling.
Trying to forget you, staying sober, feeling numb, seeing you in empty spaces.
Really not bad. Like,
silent screaming
for the size of the speaker that it is, the sound is actually like pretty good. So I'm pretty impressed. I don't want to piss off my neighbors too much, but yeah, I'm really stoked on this. But now is the true test. We're gonna go for a ride and see how it sounds now. So here we go.
All right, guys. Welcome to a beautiful evening ride here in Santa Barbara, California. We have the Plex all installed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is a couple days later. I ran into some issues with the install that kind of, well, not the install itself, but the actual speaker. So I had to do a little bit of troubleshooting on that to get it fixed, but now that it is fixed, it is on and bumping, man. My goodness, this thing is great. Big shout out to Plex Audio, by the way. I called their customer support. Those guys were super duper helpful, super friendly. Definitely stand behind their product, which I really like. It's really good to see. And man, I mean, for the size of this speaker and for the fact that it just kind of like hides in the whole gauge cluster, like you can't even really see it if you're not looking for it. I mean, it bumps. Like I've got some royalty-free music here. I think it's called like royalty-free, like upbeat or something. So forgive me if the music choice isn't the best, but here, I'll turn it up a little bit so you can really hear this. And like, I mean, like, come on, man. That's almost as loud as like a full bagger setup with basic speakers. I know it's not, you know, like huge setup, but like that sounds great. So let's talk about a few things with this system. First things first, as you guys can see over on the left here, I actually got their kind of like optional, you know, Bluetooth controller over here, which is super duper nice. I actually really like it. You know, I know you guys are thinking, well, you don't need it, you can just like change the music on your phone, pause, whatever, but it's actually really nice because even with like touchscreen gloves, you know, sometimes it's like it's hard to touch the screen, it's hard to like wake it up when you really need to. So the fact that these are like tactile, you know, soft squishy buttons that you can actually feel each one makes it really easy to operate. And like I don't even really have to like be looking, I can just kind of feel which button I need to, or obviously you can look down for half a second, but either way it's really nice to be able to just kind of like control it from right there, and then you don't even have to worry about it. You just go ahead, you hit your button, you hit pause, you turn the volume down, turn the volume up, whatever you need to. The connection is super solid too. I find that like as soon as I turn the system on, it's just ready to connect to my phone, ready to pair. So the Bluetooth pairing is really solid, really easy to use. This is the marine grade version too, so I don't have to worry about waterproofing or washing the bike or anything like that, it getting wet, it getting damaged. So that's really nice as well. Form and functionality, man. As you guys know, that's kind of my biggest thing, is like it's got to look good and it's got to work. So definite hats off to Plex. Let's talk about like who is this for? Is it worth it to buy? Overall, yeah, the sound quality, if you're like a full-on audiophile, you're probably going to be better off with getting like a nice, you know, Cardo kind of pack talk that comes with the JBL speakers in your headset or something like that, that's going to actually be right here in your helmet, you know, listening to it that way. Because yes, overall the sound quality of the music is definitely going to be better that way. That being said, there's just something about being able to like, you know, ride, have the open air, have that sound coming from like an external source that's not in your helmet, that I find both to be like enjoyable and honestly like probably a little bit safer too, because there's times when, you know, especially when you start riding at highway speed, sound goes up too high in your headphones and you just like, you can't hear anything else around you, which as a motorcyclist, you always want to be, you know, like aware of your surroundings. You know, you always want to be aware of other cars, aware of where people could be, you know, so anything that you can do that's going to make that job a little bit better and a little bit easier is going to be a big, big plus. That being said, I know the system is a lot of money, so, you know, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but personally for me, I think it's awesome. I think it's, you know, now that I have one, it's definitely something that I'm really, really enjoying. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get up here and we're gonna actually try to get up on the highway here so that we can really test it out though, because the one thing that I actually haven't really been able to do yet is exactly that, is get on the highway, see how it sounds when you're going faster. You know, you got wind noise to compete with, because for around town, I mean, I have it down low right now so I can talk to you guys, but as you guys heard before, it, you know, no problem blasting it at, you know, at lower speeds. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and go hop on the highway here, and I will let you guys know how it's hanging, or well, rather I think you guys will actually be able to see how it's hanging when we get there. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, so here we are getting back on the highway now. We're gonna go ahead and crank this thing up so we can actually see if we can hear it. I would say that's pretty good. I'm going, let's see, I'm going like 80 right now. And I can hear that fine. I don't know how it sounds for you guys. It might be kind of tough. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up as well with the wind noise and stuff. But for me personally, like, I can hear that no problem. So I'm really happy with this. I think the system for the size is awesome. Like Like I said, it just tucks into the fairing, nice and easy. You don't even have to worry about the look of it sticking out or anything like some of the other ones that, you know, mount up to your bars or anything like that. But I think this thing is awesome, so I'm really happy with my purchase. I think if you guys are in the market for getting a speaker system on your bike, Plex is definitely a good way to go. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments section. Is this a good speaker system to get? Are you guys gonna get one? All that good stuff. You know, like I said, I want this to be open to you guys for your opinions too. I try to respond to a lot of the comments and stuff. And let's get this page going, man. I mean, share it with your friends. If you're into the moto vlogs, if you're into the build series, whatever it is. And then I've also got a lot of stuff coming that's not just going to be motorcycle related as well. So a little bit of everything. So I really hope that you guys have been enjoying the content. And you let me know if there's anything that I'm missing that you really want to see. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go keep riding, keep jamming, and you know, flex on them a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment, as usual, you know, all that good YouTube stuff. And especially hit that notification bell and hit the subscribe button. I can't tell you guys how much it helps me out. I really, really appreciate it. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Later.